Okay, I just wanted to say a bit about yesterday. I want to say first, thank you so much for everyone that sponsored. What is my hair doing? Everyone that sponsored me, everyone who has supported me all the way through my training, everyone who's tried to help me stop drinking and failed, everyone who has just believed that I can do this because, you know, it's a massive thing, 26.2 miles. Wow, I can't believe it. It still hasn't synced in that I've done it. I thought that I was gonna cry the second that I went over the finish line, but I just swore and was like, yes. Wow, it was such a weird day. It hurt a lot. I was in pain most of the way around. But knowing what I was doing this for and how long it's taken me to get here, carried me through it, I think. I don't want to get too philosophical or cheesy. I hate being cheesy. But as you probably know already, I've been through a hell of a lot, and there were a lot of times when I don't know if I would even be here without some of the people who've helped me. If you don't know, I've had anorexia and bulimia for nearly 20 years. Not now, obviously. But, you know, 20 years ago I started throwing my sandwiches away at school, and that sort of was the start of a long journey of having an eating disorder and not feeling that I was achieving anything unless I was losing weight or starving myself or being thinner than anyone needs to be and anyone should really want to be. And that went on for a long time, all the way through high school, all the way through college and university. 10 years ago, I was making myself sick. I was doing some horrible things to myself that I wish no one had to do. And, you know, at university I'd go running and I was doing 10Ks, and my doctor said that, you know, I could just drop dead while I was out running, and there were times when I'd go out for a run with my boyfriend and I'd get back and collapse. So, you know, there have been many times where the thought of running 26.2 miles would be a death sentence. And, you know, I never thought that I'd get better. I didn't want to particularly, and I felt that having an eating disorder was something that defined me, and, you know, it was the only thing that I had, and I clung to that because it made me cling to it. And it's very sad, and I know a lot of people who are still in that position, and probably a lot of you watching this might feel like you may never be rid of your eating disorder. But look at me now. I mean, it took me a long time to get better, and I think it's that length of time that makes it seem impossible, because you think, how can I ever get there? But you can. Basically, you know, if I can do it, then anyone can. Because, you know, I had it 20 years. I was in a place where I honestly thought that I would never be rid of it. I would never be able to go out and eat what I want and not feel guilty afterwards, or not want to rush to the toilet and, you know, get rid of it straight away, or run for miles and miles. And that seems like a silly thing to say, considering that I did the marathon yesterday, but it was for a totally different reason. I wasn't thinking about how many calories I was burning, or, you know, obsessing over the numbers. I mean, halfway around I took my earphones out, so I didn't even know what pace I was going at, because I just wanted to soak up the atmosphere of the crowd. And that was an amazing thing to me, because when I used to run, I would be obsessed with all of the numbers and how fast I was going and how many laps of something. And when I was swimming, it was how many laps and what the distances were, and the numbers had to be even, and it was obsessive and controlled. And the marathon yesterday was the complete opposite. I completely let go. I let the crowd carry me, and And I think the biggest thing was that I was doing it for Mind. I was running for people who have been through mental problems or are going through mental problems, and I have personal experience of that, and I think that means so much to me, and I just want to do everything I can now, having been through that, to help other people who need that support. So I want to say that Mind Charity are amazing, and Paul Farmer, the chief executive, stood on a chair and did a big speech at the end yesterday, and I was nearly in tears just at how inspirational it is that they had 200 odd runners, for them raising over £300,000 just to help people maybe like you who have mental health problems, and they're constantly there to support people and to support the families of those with mental health problems, because they are so complex and you need someone there to help you. And especially now in the NHS, that it's so hard to get treatment and access to treatment quick enough, and sometimes at all, that charities like Mind are just invaluable. And it's so important that there's people out there, like everyone who ran for Mind, raising money for them. It means everything to me that I was able to do that. And there's probably more to come, I think. So yeah, two things really. Just one, thank you to everyone, especially Mind and the events team, Alexa and Amanda, who are amazing, and to all of the other Mind runners who have been absolutely fabulous to meet online and yesterday to meet them in real life, which was pretty cool. And then yes, on the eating disorder side of things, a personal point, I feel very flattered that a lot of you said how inspiring I am, and that's a strange thing to me, because I don't put myself out there to be an inspiration. I just put myself out there to just show that you can do it, to show that it can be done. I better stop before I start crying. Yeah, so thank you to everyone. You're all amazing, and yay, that's it.